Greetings from School of Management. In this happiest moment of weekend, I welcome you all to our virtual dinner series of Markan 2020. Hope you all had a fantastic experience in the past sessions. And we are back with again a final session on this series, a demystifying marketing on internet, a walkthrough approach by our guest speaker, Dr. Ajaz A. Sheikh. It's my immense pleasure to introduce our today's guest, Dr. Ajaz Sheikh, who holds a PhD in marketing from University of Jyväskylä Business School, Finland, an accredited campus of AACSB, and a professional certification on digital marketing from United States. Dr. Ajaz has completed his postgraduate program earlier at Hanken School of Economics, Finland. His academic interest on digital marketing, digital consumer behavior, digital capital, and sharing digital economy. Recently, Dr. Ajaz Sheikh published a book entitled Marketing and Mobile Financial Services, a global perspective on digital consumer behavior, published by Taylor and Francis. Dr. Sheikh is an associate editor of newly established Elsevier journal Digital Business, a member of an editorial board Journal of Global Information Management SSCI and International Journal of Information Management. Dr. Ajaz has a global perspective and has conducted his works at numerous conferences in Spain, China, Boston, that is United States, Hawaii, Norway, France, Germany, Singapore, Egypt, Malaysia, and the UAE. We feel proud and blessed to have such a great personality with us this evening. With this, let me conclude and hand over this session to our guest speaker.
All right, thank you so much for this nice introduction. Um, this is very, very nice to be the part of this virtual dinner series, which is introduced by the uh, by the Abdul Hakim College of Engineering and Technology in India, and it's a pleasure actually to be the part of this online seminar or online sessions. What you say? So my job today is to take you through the digital marketing field, what I understand from this topic. That's to demystify the marketing and internet, a walkthrough approach. So what I will do, I would consider both aspects in my mind. The one aspect is actually the faculty and students who always try to come up with those programs which are innovative, market oriented, which could provide easy access to the job market to the graduates. So what I will do, I will consider those interests in my mind and the interest of the faculty members serving different universities across the globe and the students at bachelor's, master, and PhD level. And then I will also consider the interest of the professionals who are serving different firms, industry in the digital marketing field. So I have divided my presentation. So I will give you the theoretical overview very briefly, and then I will give you the practical overview of the digital marketing field. And when I say the digital marketing field, it means we are thinking about so many things in our mind. Sometimes when I think about the digital marketing as my profession and the digital marketing as my field of interest, I sometimes get confused with where to start, because we all know very well that how the digitalization is changing our world, how we are involved in using so many digital tools and devices and the channels. In the morning, we get up, we check our cell phones, and then we order the Uber to go out to our office. When we reach the office, we have the devices ready, like the personal computers, laptops, to start our working. We do emails, we receive emails, we go to social media, we do a lot of things using digital channels. How could we ignore the associate fields like digital marketing then? So that's the big question that we need to answer. faculty members and the students, they always ask me different questions when I'm going for a keynote speech to different countries. I have been to Kazakhstan, I have been to Hungary, and I'm visiting different places as well. I went to Spain. So the questions they ask me is that, would it be enough to just ignore digital marketing somehow, and then we continue with what we have actually in our universities? So that's okay for a time being. But when it comes to a career plan that you want to start, then there is some problem with the things, because what perspective you get from your university and what perspective the industry is expecting from you, there is a difference. So in order to minimize that difference, it is always good to follow the recent trends in the academia and recent trends in the industry. So let me take you to my presentation. This is about me, as already explained. Um, I'm doing my postdoctorate from the University of Jyväskylä. And earlier I did my PhD in marketing and then my MSc from the Hanken School of Economics in Helsinki. I mean, I consider somehow myself that if I were invited to speak on digital marketing, digital analytics, and do research in the area of digital consumer behavior, I would be very comfortable with these kind of research areas and the teaching fields. So my academic specialty is digital marketing, which also include the digital consumer behavior. And also I'm doing some work on the digital money, which is called actually the mobile payments, or you say the mobile money. And then I'm doing little work on digital analytics as well to analyze the data to make the effective decisions for the company. And then of course, recently I started my work on sharing and digital economy. I have some of the publications, not many actually. And I'm also being the part of this CEED, which is the Digital Enterprise Center for the Inclusive Digital Enterprise. It is based in New Zealand. And as you know, by that time that I have also published this book, which is available at Amazon. If you wish, please go to the Amazon and you can buy this book. And this is the about the title of the book. And then I will take you to the digital marketing walkthrough. If we look at the digital marketing or the marketing landscape, okay, so there is a huge landscape. As I said, there are many channels, there are many devices, there are many applications, there are many strategies, there are so many objectives to achieve. So there are so many things going on. Okay, we are in the digital world, and therefore we need digital marketing, therefore we need digital finance, therefore we need digital entrepreneurship and all those things. So marketing is actually, and digital marketing, if you use these two terms, I would say using only the marketing term, because by marketing means nowadays digital marketing. So first, what we were doing when we have a traditional marketing, we were using the term marketing, and then we use the term digital marketing. But nowadays, if you ask me very honestly, we use only one term, which is called marketing. It represents digital marketing, right? So now, earlier we have traditional marketing, and we were doing traditional marketing using electronic media, using print media, okay? And then a revolution came, and that revolution was actually the internet. We see everything is connected, every device is connected. Okay, no matter where you are, wherever you are, at what time you are always connected. So the digital assets came into being because of the internet. So we move from digital marketing, which was very traditional way of doing the things, to the digital assets first. Okay, now those digital assets means we have the software and applications, we have the tools, we have the hardware, we have the social media accounts. The social media account is also an asset. Look after your social media accounts very carefully. Then we have the websites, the official websites, and then we have the content in the websites. We have the content on the social media accounts. So we have all these digital assets which are owned by a company, for example. Okay, now you are actually looking into a different perspective now. First, you have very limited options available, and you are doing traditional marketing. So electronic media, yes, you can have any any television channel. You can target any channel at any time. That could be a prime time as well. And then you also have a print media like newspapers. Okay, so you are doing something which was very visible and very limited, and then the options became so many because of the internet, because of the digitalization, because of the mobilizations, because of the automations, because of the artificial intelligence, because of the internet of things. I mean, so many things are happening. So now we have digital assets for a company. Now, from those digital assets, the company decided that it is the time now to move from the traditional things to the digital things. So the digital practices. Now, one of the digital practices is actually the internet marketing or virtual marketing or the digital marketing, which is our topic today. Okay. So now a revolution came in the form of internet, which actually changed everything. It actually transformed everything. Now, there is no more traditional marketing. Okay, so we have moved to the digital marketing, and now digital marketing became a marketing. Okay, now whatever we call, because sometimes I get this query from my students as well, that how could we differentiate the internet marketing, the virtual marketing, digital marketing, and or the online marketing. So it actually says the same thing. There is no difference in the terms. Whatever the terms we use today, or maybe we develop a new terms maybe tomorrow, but at the end it represents the same thing, that is something which we do online, which we do using the digital assets, which is called the digital marketing, to access our customer. Okay, and fulfill their needs and wants of the customers. So this is about the digital marketing. Now you can see we have moved from traditional marketing to the digital marketing, because we have now digital assets. Okay, now in the, if you see the channels and strategy what we have, and what a company could do to reach the consumers, to sell their products, services, and maybe the ideas. Now there is a very interesting trend going on. No more we talk about the products, we discuss about the services as well, and we also discuss about the companies who sell the ideas. So to access the customer, to sell your product, service, or ideas, you have different channels and you have different strategies at your disposal. For example, one of the digital marketing channel is called is type is called the content marketing. Okay, another type is called the email marketing. The third one, for example, is the social media marketing, then mobile marketing, and there could be few more in the future. But right now, what we see, we spend most of our resources, the most of our time to manage our digital marketing strategy, considering these four major channels, that is four major types, that is the content, email, social, and mobile. Okay, now what we are actually doing here, why we are using these channels and strategies. Okay, because we need to achieve our marketing objectives. We have different marketing objectives to achieve. Unless we do not achieve the marketing objectives, the company could not earn the profit. The company could not reach the consumers effectively. The company could not explore the new markets. The company could not uh, actually look for the different demographic locations, for example, in the emerging markets, developing markets, developed markets in different continents. So this is the achievement of the objectives. Now, when we achieve the objectives, how could we do that? We have a well crafted marketing strategy. Okay, now the strategy will should be with explicit goals and objectives to achieve what you want to achieve today, what you want to achieve tomorrow, and how are you planning for the coming years. So this is actually a something which is ongoing. So digital marketing is not a one time activity, it's a process. It's a process. It actually, one, suppose company A is doing digital marketing, and company B says, okay, I'm going to do in the same way. That's actually not the proper way of doing the digital marketing. So one size fits all. is not working in digital marketing, because your company has its own size, resources, and business volume. Your company has different mindset of the people working with you. Your company has different objectives to achieve, which means you need a different marketing strategy to achieve your objectives. So in digital marketing, it's not a one-time activity. What I'm saying, it's a process. Then second thing, the digital marketing is one size fits all is not working. So you have a different marketing strategies for different companies. So this is actually what in digital marketing the companies are doing. And then of course there's a so many discussion about the SEO, about the SEM or PPC, about the digital analytics, about the consumer persona, about the consumer market and research in digital marketing. Now I'm sure you can have a very brief overview of this huge landscape. Okay, so when we discuss about the channels, we have suppose 4 major channels. Okay, and then we move how to manage those channels. Then we need some extra help in digital marketing. We need extra support. We need some extra mind. And that extra mind is coming with the help of some SEO, some SEM, some Google Analytics, and we do all those things to achieve our objectives. Okay, now if you go to the YouTube channel, and you will find the previous 2 presentations of this conference, and one of those presentations was about SEO. I would strongly suggest that if you had time, please go to that presentation and you will learn a detailed overview about the SEO, which is the search engine optimization. Okay, and then of course also within that presentation, you will also find some information about the search engine marketing, which is SEM, or which is called the pay-per-click, which is very inorganic. So the organic is SEO, which is free. SEM is not free. You have to pay something to the, for example, Google and Yahoo, something like that. And then if you want to now, uh, now when I move to the Google Analytics, I have to be very careful, because the Google Analytics thing is like, it doesn't come like, I mean, you start the company and you do the Google Analytics. No, the Google Analytics actually gives you a bird's eye view of whole data coming from different sources of sources. For example, you have social media accounts, you have mobile marketing, you are doing email marketing, you are actually having campaigns. Okay, and you are approaching different peoples in different locations. You are doing SEO and you are doing SEM. So what is happening actually, different activities, different data sets are being generated for your company. And then all those data sets, after maybe some time, you go to the Google Analytics, you do the analytics, and you see that what is happening there, who is accessing your website, for example. Okay, and the Google Analytics gives you a detailed overview of the consumer behavior, suppose what the consumers are doing, and how they are, what they are doing on their web, on your website, on your web pages, suppose on your website, and which product, which service they are interested in. So it gives you a total overview of the Google, overview of your company, with the help of the Google Analytics that you can do. Now this is something that we will discuss after in a while. So let me take you further on this. So as I said, the ultimate objective of every exercise like digital marketing is to achieve the objectives. If you do not achieve the objectives, that's a very futile exercise, totally useless and the wastage of the resources and the time. So the digital marketing objectives, okay, what could be? It could be the conversion or sale. Someone is coming to your website. Suppose if you go to the Amazon, let me put it in a very simple way. You go to the Amazon, you saw something, and you leave the Amazon website. You didn't buy anything. So that's not conversion, for example. The conversion means you went to the website and you buy something, and that's your objective. What is your objective? Unless there is a checkout, unless the consumer share the payment information, unless the consumer order something, this will not be considered as a conversion. So that's the objective. Okay, so the many people go to the Amazon. Suppose 15 people are going to the Amazon.com website or .co.uk website or some German website of Amazon or USA website. Then what they actually do, they just look into the catalog, different things, books, electronics, consumer products, everything, but they didn't buy anything. Just leave the website. So that's not an achievement of the objectives, which means the company Amazon should do something to make sure someone is coming, he is buying something. Suppose now out of the 50 people are coming to the Amazon website and only 5 are actually, or maybe the 10, they are doing the shopping. Okay, so this is how you calculate that. Okay, out of the 50, suppose, and 10 people are actually buying, then I have some conversion ratio and something like this going on. Okay, now that is actually not the objective of the every company. Okay, there could be another objective, is to increase the awareness, or you do the branding. Okay, you ask the people to come to your website and just have a look. Okay, so this is also the marketing objective, and which means that if I am establishing a website and I am a new entrepreneur, and my website is ready just a day before yesterday, and I want to launch it, then what first thing I will do, I would try to invite as many people, I would try to bring as much traffic to my website as possible, which means I want to create the awareness about my product or service. So for me, if anyone is coming to my website, he or she is not buying anything, still it is conversion for me. So it will be considered as a conversion because my objective is achieved. Okay, so that's the second type of the digital marketing objective. You are just bringing as much traffic to your website as possible. Okay, and then suppose you can, okay, this is the same thing, like you increase the traffic, like you do not increase the awareness about the branding, but you increase the traffic to just come and have a look at my website. And then you can also do like invite the people to download some videos or white papers which are available at your website. I mean, that is providing some kind of information about your product and service. So you can download a video, you can download a white paper on your website. So if anyone is coming to my website and that person is also downloading or watching a video, it means that's my conversion. It means I'm successful. My digital marketing objective is achieved. If someone just click over the download the video, or just click over download the paper or the white paper, it means I achieve my marketing objective. Okay, and then similarly, you can also ask for the people to come and register, so that in future you should be in contact with those people who register on your website. So an increased registration is also considered as a conversion for me, because I believe this is what I have achieved. That was my objective. My objective was not for the people to come and buy something, but I bring the traffic to my website and I invite the people to please register. And when you register, of course, you provide some information like your name, your email ID, and sometimes you also say about your profession. You also provide something about your home address or something like that. So this registration is also considered as a conversion. And then also you can increase the subscription. Okay, you have a subscription of some journal or some magazine or something like that, and you ask the people to subscribe your newsletter, for example. Okay, so that subscription would be considered as a conversion for the many companies. So now what we have learned is that the digital marketing objectives could vary in size and volume. Okay, so the conversion is the real sales. It could be, the conversion could be, if I increase the awareness, the conversion is many people are coming to my website. The conversion is people are not only coming to my website, they also download the videos. And my conversion, I increase the registration somehow, and I also was successful in convincing people to register, to subscribe my newsletter. So this is actually the objectives that I mean different companies they are aiming for. Okay, so what they do their marketing at social media like Facebook, Twitter. Okay, and when we click on that, we go to the website and we do something. Either we leave the website or we do something, we may register there. So the website link could come from any on any channel. Okay, sometimes we receive the ads on our cell phone as well, and the people are saying please click this link and go there, something like that. Okay, so anyways, so these are actually different digital marketing objectives. And then if we have now these four major digital marketing channels or platforms are the practices. Okay, so the content, email, social media, and mobile. Okay, now starting with the content. In the first presentation, if you go and check on your YouTube channel, you will find the presentation on the SEO, search engine optimization, as I said. Okay, now in this presentation you will also realize that the content marketing is actually everything. The SEO is done because of the content marketing. Okay, SEM is done with the help of the content marketing. So the content is actually very important part of the digital marketing. If you understand the content, you understand digital marketing. Okay, so in content marketing, what I found and what I actually always use is a very useful resource which is called the Content Marketing Institute. This Content Marketing Institute is a registered body which actually doing a lot of research and publications as well as the practical stuff in the field of content marketing. If you want to know about the content marketing more, I would strongly suggest every one of you to please take some time and explore this website of the Content Marketing Institute. As you can see, you will find here articles, different resources, the research papers, different topics on content marketing, the events, and the training as well, if you're interested. And then consulting services also, they also have a magazine. You can subscribe the magazine, as I said. And then they have very intuitive, very interesting podcast. You can go and listen to those podcasts. They provide a very useful information on the content marketing. So to get a detailed overview of the content marketing, I would suggest to go to this website. Our time is very limited, so I would try to explain the very essential of the content marketing, like definition and these things. Okay, so the Content Marketing Institute, CMI, they define the content marketing as is a strategic marketing approach focused on creating and distributing valuable, relevant, and consistent content to attract and retain a clearly defined audience, and ultimately to drive profitable customer action. Okay, so unless there is an action, there is no digital marketing, or that would be the failure of the digital marketing. So the term action is very important here, and many people actually ignore that action term when they say about the content marketing. Okay, so what we actually understand from the content marketing, this is a strategic approach, a long-term approach. So content marketing is not going to happen in days. It will take months, maybe years, to develop the content. Okay, to upload the content, to upgrade the content. Okay, and the content should be relevant, it should be valuable. Okay, and it should be consistent. Okay, so that it could attract your existing customers as well as your new customers towards your website, for example. Okay, so the action is very important. So what is action? What we as a consumer, suppose if I'm a consumer, what what I mean by the action? Action means this is call to action, which means I am being told by the company to please either read more about us, please watch the video, or you can learn more, you can buy now, you can download something, you can book something now. So these are actually the buttons, highlighted buttons on every website you go there. They always call to action. These CTA buttons you will find almost in every website. So the digital marketing is actually something, the achievement of the object is when someone click on those buttons, which is called the call to action. Okay, so in digital marketing we call call to action, we do not call the buttons or something like that, CTA. So these are the CTA. And then there must be, I'm sure there will be some confusion about the content, because I'm using the term content again and again. And at one moment in time, I also said that if someone could replace the name of digital marketing, it could be nicely called the content marketing. So content marketing in itself is a digital marketing. So what is content? Okay, the content is actually something that we actually, as the owner of the website and the social media account, suppose if I'm a company A and I have a website and the social media accounts, whatever I put on those platforms is content, is called the content. Okay, so the content is a text on your website or on your social media accounts. It can be an image. Okay, it can be a blog, it can be a video, it can be a newsletter, it can be a white paper. So each and every type of thing that you generate for your company and you put it on your website, or you just upload it on your social media accounts, or suppose on search engines, that is actually called the content. Okay, so you can see how much the content is. So what we learn from the content marketing is that the content marketing institute is doing a lot of things on it. And then we have a definition which says that the content should be valuable, relevant, consistent. And then there's always a CTA. Okay, and then from this we also understand the the content, what types of content, and so and so. Now I would move to the email marketing, the second digital marketing channel. One of the most effective, believe me, email marketing is the most effective channel is considered. Of course, the content, when you design an email, it become your content. So email marketing, so email marketing is sending a commercial message to a group of people. It's a commercial message. Remember, it has some commercial purpose, which means you are actually doing something for your company. So you want to promote your company, you want to promote your products and services or ideas. So it became commercial. So you are sending a commercial message to a group of people. Then that message could be an advertisement and promotion, of course. It can be a news or information that you are sending to different people via email. And then you are doing some brand awareness with the help of email marketing. And you also do some kind of customer acquisition. If there is someone who's not yet your customer, maybe through email marketing, you convince the person to please go to our website and look for our products and services, something like that. And then I also found some kind of a statistics which says that over 85% of the business professionals, the people who are working, serving different organizations, they actually consider email marketing as the preferred mode of communication. Now, if someone asks me, okay, would you please mind if I call you? No, 85% people says, please don't call. Please don't send me SMS messages. Please don't bother me. Okay, just send me an email. I will open the email whenever and wherever I want. If I don't, I won't open it. So 85% professionals, they consider email being the most appropriate channel to communicate with. So that's very important thing. Okay, so this is the one of the informations against the market report that I found is there's the most popular activities on smartphone. Suppose, because as I said at the start of my conversation, right from the morning to the evening and then to the night, there is one device which is always with us, very close to us, most of the time in our hands, is the mobile phone. So what is happening? Email usage on cell phone is 78%. Huge, believe me, so huge. Web browsing, I also do web browsing, that's 73%. Okay, 5% below email. Then we have the maps and directions, we search for it. We have a Facebook account, we have the games, we have journal search. We also have share the post, photos, everything, 53%. Then we have the local search, which is 46%. We read the news, sports and such things, 44%. And we watch TV and videos, only 37%. Look at the difference from 37 to 78%. We watch videos and TVs, only 37 people do it. but 78% they prefer to you to check and send emails. They receive emails, send emails on their cell phones. So email is very, very important digital marketing channel to be considered. Okay, now having said that, that email is a very, very important mode of communication between the individuals, companies and customer and companies, business to business, B to C and C to C. Then there are email service providers actually. They, if you ask me personally, that if I want to be successful in email marketing, if I'm doing something, if I want to do something good for my company as a digital marketing professional, okay, so what I would do, how would I start? Okay, if I start with the email marketing, then I would be looking into the email service providers because they provide the professional platforms. They make our job very easy. Okay, so there are different ESPs. They provide a reputable sending source for large volumes of email communications. I mean, you can send hundreds and thousands and millions of the email messages using those email service providers. They provide professional services to different companies at a very, very minor low price. So the price is not a concern when it comes to email marketing. It's not expensive. Okay, so now what are those ESPs, email service providers? Very popular, very famous, and frequently used by different companies. One of those is called the Constant Contact. Okay, the second one is called the MailChimp. This is very popular, MailChimp. Then we have also Aweber, okay, and the communications, and then Infusionsoft. So of course there are many, there are others ESPs available. If you Google them, you will find more than 100, I'm sure. And but for me, for these presentations, I would bring these four, and I have also checked with my senior. I also take advice from a senior. He also suggested that these 4 or 5 ESPs are worth consideration. Okay, so that's what I bring these 4 for you as well. Okay, so the Constant Contact, Mailchimp, Infusionsoft, Aweber Communications. You can please feel free to consider any of these or others. Okay, so the purpose is you have a successful e-marketing campaign, suppose. So that's very important. Okay, now so this was about a brief overview about the email marketing and the email service providers. Now I move to the social media marketing. Okay, so as I said, this is a walkthrough, so I will try to cover as much things as possible and try to keep my presentation as simple as possible. So now social media marketing, or say social media. Okay, we know we are so much into social media these days. We cannot ignore social media, and the companies consider social media as one of the most important, frequently visited channel that they cannot ignore. So the social media networks began actually in 2002 and 2003. Okay, it is not so old. Okay, and then it was not active until in 2007 we see the iPhone launch, the first smartphone in the world. It was in 2007. And when the smartphone with internet connectivity came, and then it actually increases the usage of different channels and different things like social media, like as I say, emails and everything, which were not possible when we have a low cost feature phones. But the internet enabled smartphones first introduced by the iPhone in 2007, they actually they were became the game changer for the industries. Okay, now, so how we could define the social media marketing to better understand the social media marketing. So the definition says it is a form of internet marketing that utilizes social networking websites as a marketing tool. The goal of the social media marketing is to produce content. Of course, the content is everywhere that users will share with their social network to help a company increase brand exposure and broaden the customer reach. So the customer reach is very important. Content is very important. So we cannot ignore the customer and the content in digital marketing, no matter it is email marketing or social media marketing. Okay, so the content and customer is very important. And then Market reports, I have some market reports on social media, because market reports, they increase the motivation. They provide a clear picture what is actually happening. So what is going on? So the number of the social network users in 2009, 0.97 billion. In 2020, 2.9 billion. It's huge. And expected in 2021, 3 plus billion. 7.5 billion is the world population, and if 3% people are 3 billion people are using it, means near 40%. So there is a huge traffic on social media channels. 2.9 billion people, the population of the social media, 2.9 billion. The world population is around 7.5 billion. So there is a huge possibilities, there is a huge opportunity for the companies to explore the social media for marketing purposes. So this is what we see on the screen, that there were only 0.97 users just a decade ago. After one decade, almost 11 years, we see it jump to 2.9 billion, and it's increasing. So this is actually something that we consider the social media marketing as one of the most important channel as well, in addition to the email marketing. So this is actually what the picture shows. Okay, so now moving forward, uh, there is something that I must say. If you want to know more about the internet, about how the uh, internet is being used for different purposes, for social media, for mobile, everything, then I would strongly advise you to please go and visit this website. Okay, now let me share with you this website. I'm going to shift the screen. Okay, so what I will do, I will stop the sharing, and then I will share again um, this website with you, so that you can have some idea that's what is actually happening here. And if you could go to this, uh, if you could go to this, then I'm sure I'm going to show you something. Just 1 second, I will just do it right now. Nishant, can you see the Google page?
Yes, sir.
All right, so can you see the internet live stats now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice. So everyone, again, if you go to this website, internet live stats, and believe me, I almost every day I use this website when I'm going to teach digital marketing, when I'm doing research, when I'm doing going to deliver any keynote speech. I always keep this website live and present on my laptop. So now you can imagine the volume of information which only this simple website is providing to you. For example, internet users in the world, you can see it is 4.6 billion. Okay, and then 1.79 billion is actually the websites, and they are increasing. You can see the numbers are increasing. And then this is the live website. I mean, emails sent today, how many emails are being sent today? 189 billion. And then you see the same goes with the Google search engine, and the blogs which were posted on internet, and the tweets which were sent today. Okay, and likewise, if you go further down, you will get more insight of the digital activities going on. These are the digital activities, I mean, what we are actually looking at. These are not the numbers, these are actually the digital activities, videos viewed on YouTube today, 5 plus billions, and the photos uploaded. We are discussing only billions, I mean, not even millions, I mean, only billions. Photos uploaded today, and a Tumblr post. I mean, if you go down further, I can take you Facebook active users, for example, and the Google Plus active users. Okay, and Twitter active users, how many are today? It is not increasing so much, but even then a very good number. And after Pinterest, if you see Skype calls today, websites hacked today, even you can see how many websites hacked today. And the computer sold today. Okay, and smartphones sold today. Oh my god, you can see how many smartphones are being sold today, tablets. And please feel free to go and check this website. I give you this website to you, and you can go and explore yourself. You can go into the digitalization of the things, the what's going on happening globally. Okay, so this is a huge source of information for you, I'm sure. Okay, so please enjoy surfacing this website. Okay, now I will go back to the my presentation again, and share presentation. Hmm. Okay, all right. So Nishad, can you see my presentation slides?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice. Okay, so now we see. I just took this kind of information to just for your convenience. Okay, so I checked the internet live states, and what I found in 60 seconds. Suppose that information is also available on internet live states, or if you Google it, you will find it, I'm sure. So in 60 seconds, 900,000 logins. Okay, and 16 million text messages sent on WhatsApp. YouTube, 4.1 million videos were viewed, and 342,000 apps downloaded, 46,000 posts uploaded and printed, and the Twitter. And then we have emails, 156 million emails were sent. Okay, and likewise 751,000 US dollars is spent online. And just go and see how much activity is going on. Now, my question is that how could we ignore these kind of things? These live stats when we design our digital marketing strategy. We need this information to devise our digital marketing strategy effectively, so that we should not miss a channel or the opportunity where we can further explore and reach the consumers. This information could provide a very good motivation for the companies to design their digital marketing activity accordingly, and also for the faculty members, for the students. I mean, this is going to be this is actually something which is now, and which is future, actually, digital marketing. Many companies are exploring different things within the digital marketing, how to reach the consumer, how to sell the products and services effectively. And this information could be very useful for them. Anyways, so let's move forward. Social media marketing and content sharing. Suppose this is actually a benchmark, a universal principle that I would suggest to everyone to please look into it very carefully. Okay, so what it says: when your company is maintaining different social media accounts, suppose your company has its own Facebook account, Twitter account, YouTube channel account, and you have all those accounts. So how should you manage them? You have also LinkedIn accounts for your company. So I'm discussing from the company perspective, not from the individual perspective. So the company, there is a formula which is called 4 plus 1 plus 1. And that's the rule of the thumb, believe me. If you follow this formula, that is 4 plus 1 plus 1, you could have the most successful social media strategy in place. Even the individuals can apply the same formula when they manage their individual social media account. Suppose I have my own Facebook account, I can manage based on this formula, which says curation and the creation. Okay, so the 4 parts is the shared content. You found something very interesting on the social media, you share it on your account. So you are doing curation. You are not creating your own content. You are not creating your own post. What you are doing, you are simply going and you just go through the Facebook page. Suppose every day maybe you are going there, because Facebook is just like a highway. You just keep on searching, keep on looking into a different posts, videos, images. I mean, it's just like a highway. So with on this highway, on this Facebook account, when you found something very interesting, share it on your account, a Facebook account, suppose on your LinkedIn account, on your Twitter account, suppose on your YouTube account, suppose if you have. So what you are doing, actually, you are doing some kind of a curation. And then only the one part is creation, one part that you create something for your company, which is serving a specific purpose or a specific objective. Okay, so you are following the formula, which is 4 plus 1 plus 1. So the original content is one part, the shared content or the curation is 4 part. Okay, and likewise the one part is also for the promotion, because after all we are doing digital marketing. Okay, you can offer some coupons, you can offer some promotions. So this is the one part. So the 4 parts, you copy paste or you just share the information from other sources on your social media pages. One part you did the creation, your own content, you create your own content, and the one part you do the promotion. So this is actually the most successful rule. Believe me, I am being the individual having my own social media accounts. I always follow this formula. Okay, so same advice for everyone. Now then I come to the mobile marketing. Okay, I have only a few minutes left, so I would try to spend some time on mobile marketing here. So mobile marketing is actually which can be defined as any communication that relies on a mobile phone to interact with the customer. Of course, the cell phone, the handheld devices is actually the main medium of communication. It can be a cell phone, it can be a tablet. Okay, so the mobile marketing is an association. They define the mobile marketing as a set of practices that enables organizations to communicate and engage with their audience in an interactive and relevant manner through and with any mobile device or network. So this is the simplest definition of the mobile marketing. Then evolution of the mobile marketing, this, believe me, this is so interesting. Okay, how the mobile marketing actually came into being. Okay, so as I said, my topic is actually to walk through the the digital marketing. So this is the important part of this walkthrough exercise and also the part of my presentation today. So what happened in 1876? First telephone was introduced. 73, first mobile handset introduced. 73, remember, handset in 73. 92, the first text message was sent. 93, first text message from the mobile to mobile was sent. Okay, from computer to mobile. 92, 93, mobile to mobile. 2003, first commercialized SMS message sent to do some kind of marketing. In 2005, first mobile SMS campaign was launched. 2007, smartphone, as I said, was introduced. 2010, QR codes came into being. 2013, mobile adapted technology such as fingerprinting, mobile payment introduced in 2013, not very old. And then in 2016, the global mobile marketing spending increases, which means many companies around the globe, they started doing mobile marketing in 2016 and onwards. So that's the roadmap of the mobile marketing and how it evolves. Okay, since 1876 to 2017. Okay, then before I conclude my presentations, I thought that I should give you uh, a brief overview about the digital analytics. Okay, now we had four channels as we discussed: content marketing, we have social media marketing, we have email marketing, and we have the mobile marketing. Okay, now I also advise you to go and listen to the presentations on SEO, SEM, and you will know more about them. Now the digital analytics is something like where we analyze the data, and how this data looks like. I can again go to the um, screen sharing, and I will take you to my screen share here. And here um, I will first check if everybody see. Nishat, can you see this screen now?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the analytics also, the 14K?
Yes.
Okay, very
Yes, sir.
nice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now about the analytics. Apparently when you arrive this web page, you will get confused, I'm sure. There is so much information you can see on this web page. Okay, this is analytics. Okay, so you can see how much information is generated on your website, on your mobile website, suppose on any channel. And this all the information is coming to the analytics in a real time manner. Okay, so what you see is actually what is happening right now, and that's in front of you, which means you do not need to just go and look into the 1000 1 million papers and then you make a decision. No, the Google Analytics actually make the life so easy that you will find everything on your computer screen. So this is actually the analytics. So I'm using the Google merchandise store, which is free. That's e-commerce store. So because of the e-commerce nature, many people come, they search, they buy, they do different activities. Therefore, if you want to understand Google Analytics, it is better to go and search for a e-commerce website. Now, this is the freely available tool from the Google Analytics. If you go to the Google Analytics and you enter your Google account, use your email ID and password, you will come to this Google account, I mean Analytics, very easily. It's free. Now, if you look at this, now what I see is that I see, suppose from the right side, so you see 21. So we have 21 page view per minute. 20 visitors are active on this website. Okay, and the number will change. Okay, now if I go to the real-time report over here on the right side, okay, and if I go to the real-time report, what I see here is the overview. It's a little bit, okay, now you can see. Right now, 21 people are active on my website. Okay, if you do the Google Analytics for your website, you will find the same layout, same information about your website. Suppose I can see that the mobile users are huge. They are 86%, and the desktop users are only 14%. So which means that this specific website, which is called the Google Merchandise Store, is very popular on mobile phones. Over 86% are the 86% people, they prefer to access Google Merchandise Store on their cell phones. Only 14% are using the computers, desktop computers. Okay, now what I can see here, if I go down, okay, I can see the active pages, top active pages. If you see on the screen right side, you will see which page on your website is very popular and how much time and how many people are coming to that page. Then you, as a uh, digital marketing professional, you will go to that page and you will see what is so special about this page, why so many people are coming there. Okay, so this is what you will know. And likewise, if you just on the left side, if you see the location, that how many people are accessing from which country, it will give you a real time location overview. So out of those 21 active users, majority of them, which is 62% almost, coming from India, followed by the United States, and then also Poland, very surprising, Canada, Philippines, and South Korea. This is how you see how your website is getting popular in different demographic locations. you know so this is a huge source of information for you. You can make very effective decisions if you understand the Google Analytics. Of course, in just a few minutes I cannot give you a complete overview, but what is the purpose is that just to introduce you to the Google Analytics world. Okay, and now if you do the traffic sources, how the traffic is coming to your website. Okay, how the traffic is coming to your website, you see that there is a direct traffic and there is organic traffic. Okay, now the organic is that someone search your website on Google search. When they type Google search, suppose a merchandise store, and they found your website. So this is free, organic is free. So it means on the search results, they found your website, they click over it and they came to your website. So that's free. Now the direct is actually, it is none, but source is direct. Okay, direct is 19%. What we mean by the direct traffic? Direct traffic means that the people remember your website. They go to the browser and they directly enter your website, like www dot suppose amazon.com. They did not search for it. They did not use any search engine. So it could appear in organic, for example. But majority of the people, they remember your website by heart. So they went to the browser and typed www.amazon.com. So surprising. I mean, it shows it shows that you digital marketing activities are working very nicely, that the people remember your website even. So the majority of the traffic are coming from those people anyways. Okay, and then of course you can go to the content. Okay, and which content, which websites they are searching, and then events, and then from the audience you will see about the overview of the audience, about your customers. Okay, and then you can see here that the users, how many users were there, and new users came, and the sessions, and this is actually the, you can choose the time, day, week, month. Okay, suppose in a week you can choose how many people were actually consumers come in the week time. Okay, and then suppose in a month. Okay, so they will provide you a different information about this. Okay, so new users and returning users is actually the 24%, and the new visitors are 75%. So these are about your audience. So likewise, if you go, there are actually, you can see here, I can tell you, there are actually four important components of the digital analytics. Okay, audience, acquisition, behavior, and conversions. I would suggest every one of you, whoever is interested in the digital marketing field, to please go to each and every of those the domains or the areas within the digital analytics and explore yourself, and make yourself aware about the importance of the digital analytics and how they are working, how much information you can retrieve. And as I said, analytics is one of the important components of the digital marketing. Okay, without analytics, the digital marketing is incomplete. Okay, now I go back to my presentation slides again, so that I could share with you something from here. And here, if you see my slides, okay, now we were here, and with this, um, I am thankful to every one of you for your time and attention, and I believe that I am right on time. I had 1 hour of the presentations, so thank you so much, everyone. Now, if you have any questions and queries, please let me know. I'm still here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. We have got very good information. It was just like an heaven-driven program, and we just posted question queries on our chat box. We'll just let you know about the questions. Here is one question: which one of the digital marketing channels is more important considering the job market?
Considering the job market,
Yeah.
digital marketing, if you look at the digital marketing as a digital marketing, then of course, as I said, nowadays at least I do not hear any term which says marketing or digital marketing to separate terms. Now there's only one term being used, which is called the marketing, which actually mean the digital marketing. Now from the career perspective, career point of view, of course, it depends. Like if you are looking into the developed market, if you are targeting at a developed market, then of course I would suggest there are different priorities for the developed market. SEO could be one of the important career choice. If you are expert in SEO, then of course many companies could hire you, or the companies are looking after the email marketing also. The content marketing, as I said, is also very important. If you know how to manage, create the content, then of course definitely you will get a very good chance. My advice is that instead of focusing at a specific digital marketing channel, if you develop your expertise from your university, for example, as a digital marketer, okay, and then you considering your own attitude, considering your own, the choices, likes and dislikes, maybe then you can decide that which part of the digital marketing you are more interested in. It could be the content, it could be email. You can be more comfortably with mobile marketing. You could love to do the social media marketing, because in your age group, for example, if you are a generation Z, if you are a millennial, you are using the social media since 2000, when they were developed in 2003. So you have a definite knowledge and understanding about the social media channels, so you can adopt this as a career. So what I'm saying is that instead of going into simply marketing field, first you should come to the digital marketing, and within the digital marketing, then you find a job and you are doing digital marketing. Then within this job, you will develop your own appetite or interest that in which area you should go. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir. Another
Yeah,
participant wished to directly talk to you. I will just
yeah,
unmute her.
yeah, sure.
Uh, Good day or good evening, everyone. Thanks a lot, Dr. Ajay, for your presentation, for your speech. It's very useful. And I have a question
Hmm.
according to the presentation. An MBA and MC degree in marketing would be sufficient to start a career in digital marketing.
Thank you so much for this question and also having a conversation. Um, your question is that if the MBA, master's degree, and the MS degree would be sufficient to start a career in digital marketing, right?
Yes, yes,
That's actually, what's happening nowadays. Because since I am from the academia, okay, and I have also served the industry for more than 12 years. What I have developed, my understanding is that there are many universities, they are offering MBA program in marketing major. Okay. And when you say if the MBA would be enough to start a career in digital marketing, then what I would advise you, I would rather strongly advise you to please spend some time and go through the program content. Okay. So the marketing is actually the title, but what is inside the marketing? So what you could do that you go to the website of that university that you are targeting at, you go to the program website, and within the program website you go to the program content or the course content. Okay, now if you feel that this MBA program in marketing is offering at least a 50% component on digital marketing, then you can comfortably start your career in digital marketing. Now suppose if the content is largely theory based, traditional marketing based, we know all those subjects that the universities could offer, then I would advise that you should think twice before going to register for this program, where the digital marketing component is less and the traditional marketing component is high. Which means what will happen at the end of this program, after spending so much money on your so much financial resources and time on your MBA, you would require another professional, you would require a professional certification on digital marketing. There is no way, other way around out. So it means that if you choose the program MBA in marketing without considering and the content of the program, which is largely marketing dominated and less digital marketing dominated, you cannot develop your expertise in digital marketing. So I would suggest you should spend some time, look at the program content. And the second thing which I always advise to my student, that if they are interested doing their master's degree program in marketing, then also check the profile of the faculty members. What is the profile of the faculty members? What is their understanding about the digital marketing field? How many publication do they have? Since how long they are teaching digital marketing courses? So this will give you an added information which will help you to decide. So if the content is 50% digital marketing, please take it. You will start your career in digital marketing. If the content is less than 50 or 40%, then I'm afraid you would need a professional qualification on digital marketing to start your career in digital marketing.
Okay, thank you very
Yeah,
much for your full answer,
yeah,
Professor. I have another one question
yeah,
according
sure.
mobile marketing. It was
Yeah.
very interesting points, and so it's in your opinion, what do you think? How it will change after 3, 5 years? It according for your research, or it's like be like a forecast. How it's influence on our new generation, just using, for example, mobile apps and I think mobile marketing will really influence on our life every day according for social media, as you mentioned in your presentation.
Um, if you are asking me what is the future of the mobile marketing, okay,
Yeah.
now as we know, and I also try to provide some market information, everything is mobile. Okay, so what we do, we access our emails on mobile, we access our social media accounts on mobile, we watch the videos and news items on mobile. So our first preferred channel is now mobile. Okay, so what I can see is that the mobile may replace other devices and become the primary device for majority of the population, irrespective of the generation. It could be the millennials, it could be the generation Z, it could be the baby boomers. They actually developed, baby boomers especially, they developed their expertise on using the mobile cell phones. I mean, you just look around in your country, maybe you look around in your family, that how many people in a family are using cell phones? I'm sure everyone. Okay, so the mobile is actually now a primary device, which means that the marketing strategy should also be optimized on the cell phones. So that would be, I think, a good strategy, and I see a big future in mobile marketing as well.
Okay, thank you very
Yeah,
much. Thanks a lot for your presentation.
no problem, anytime. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, and thank you, participant. And we have got another question from YouTube participant stating about what do you see on future after COVID-19? That is before pandemic and after pandemic on digital marketing.
Mhm. Actually, digital marketing was actually a logical development after we see a surge increase in the digital solutions and the digitalizations and devices and all those things. So what was happening actually, even before the COVID-19 crisis that started in December last year, the digital marketing was being done like at the comfort of your office, maybe your home, or from any place, because you are connected. As long as you are connected, you can define your campaigns using the Google AdWords, for example, and you can access your Google AdWord account from any place to design your campaigns and do the digital marketing, which means the physical movement and the physical interaction in digital marketing profession as a profession was not actually there even before the crisis. So the digital marketing was very digital. Okay, now I know there are many people who are working for different companies in different countries while sitting at their home. So digital marketing is actually was already following which we call the new normal and social distancing rules. I mean, that was actually so nice with the digital marketing. So therefore, if you look at the crisis time now, the COVID, still I'm using, in fact, my usage of the social media has increased, because I'm every time at home. What I could do, I have the internet connection, I have a cell phone with me, I will use my cell phone to access different channels, different things, which means the social digital marketing was actually become the primary channel for many companies. It increases. So for the digital marketing and likewise other digital practices, the COVID is actually not a challenge at all. It rather provided an opportunity to the digital marketing professionals to become more innovative, to reach the consumers at their home now, because of the social distancing and everything was closed down, and so that's actually the thing I would say, that this is a safe, this was the profession which do not have any kind of a problems. But of course, digital marketing is one of the activities of the companies. Now, if the company is suffering, suppose there are many companies, especially the service companies, hospitalizations, travels, they close down. If the company is being closed down, then what the digital marketer could do? Of course, the person will lose the job. So that's another perspective. But if those companies who were operating, they actually increase the role, the responsibilities of the digital marketing personnel. They actually need more people for that. As long as the company is working, the digital marketing is actually, the person is actually safe, and the person can do even more innovation during the crisis time as well. So this is the perspective that you have to look into it. I hope I have answered the question.
Yes, sir. Here is another question. Uh, what are the topics of research for digital marketing in current scenario?
Topics of research.
In current scenario. Is my question clear, sir? What are all the topics for research in digital marketing in current scenario?
Yes, in digital marketing.
So when you
Okay, so
start,
let's yeah, so let me break down the digital marketing for the research purpose. Okay,
yes, sir.
and if I see digital marketing, then I am looking into the digital consumer behavior, for example, one of the major components of the marketing, the consumer behavior. Okay, now when I'm looking into the consumer perspective in digital marketing, then the digital consumer behavior, how the digital consumer behavior is changing when the person is adopting or using a digital technology. I am introducing the mobile marketing for the mobile banking. I am saying to my customers that please do not come to the bank branch. Okay, I'm no more available there. Okay, so brick and mortar concept is gone. Now I am online bank. So I give you an application, you download the application, and then you start using it. Now from the research perspective, what I could do, I could see an opportunity in this new development as a researcher. Now I could go and I can study the digital marketing and digital consumer behavior when they are using, for example, the mobile payments or the mobile money in India. Okay, there are a lot of people actually who could not access a formal banking channel, suppose ATMs, internet, and debit cards, credit cards, even the branches. They only have one channel, one device with them, which is the mobile. So what I as a researcher could do, I have a different perspective now. I could to those people which were actually called the unbanked or underbanked people, they are using their cell phone for banking purpose. So surprising, which could not even imagine just 10 or 15 years ago. Now there is an opportunity for the researcher using the digital channels, and I'm going to sit with the people or ask them, you as a consumer, how do you feel about the mobile payments, about the mobile money? And the consumer is starting saying, okay, I do not have any access, I do not have any other option except the cell phone, I could do this way, that way. So I mean, different possibilities have emerged because of the digitalization, because of the mobilization, as I said. So I could see a huge research opportunity in this field. You have to just think over it. You want to see the consumer behavior in which context? You want to study in a developing country context, or you want to study in an emerging country or developed country context? So the consumer, as long as your topic of interest is consumer, then of course definitely there is a huge possibility. During the crisis, of course, as I said, during the crisis, if you see at the service industry being the most affected industry, of course there are some challenges with this. Okay, and the research is actually something that what we do, we generalize the findings in our research, which means our research can be used in different context, in different situations, in different technology context. So we generalize the academic research. If you want to generalize your academic research, then I would definitely advise you to choose a topic actually which is actually not time bound, so that you could have a broader perspective on your research. So that could be one of the options. But if you want to study only the pandemic, how the pandemic is affecting the consumer behavior, of course that's valid, that's very good. And maybe we do not have another pandemic in the next 100 years, which means your research is only limited to the time period. So I leave this up to you, whoever is asking this question, that in which perspective you want to see. You want to generalize your findings, you want to keep your research area irrespective of the time, and it is actually valid in any time period, which means you will be receiving a lot of citation as well that I see. So this is up to you. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Wonderful answers.
Mm.
But we have got another question, which is quite tricky again.
Mhm.
Is there any drawback in digital marketing? If so, according to you, what is your thought? Every
The
technology
drawback,
or every process will have an ups and downs, pros and cons. In your perspective, what is your con?
the drawbacks in digital marketing, yes, of course. There were few things which came to my attention, and one of the things I can tell you that actually happened some time ago. The drawback could be like, within the digital marketing, I said there is also the job of the search engine optimization. Okay, you are working as a SEO for one company. You are the part and parcel of one company, and you are responsible for their digital assets management, such as website. The job of the SEO is to work on the content. Okay, as long as your content is relevant, reliable, and useful, your SEO position, your SEO ranking will always be good. So SEO as an individual, he's working with the website developer, he's working with the marketing staff, sales staff. So they are looking into it. He's also working on the key terms, which key terms is useful, the people who come, who use the key terms, and when they use these key terms on the Google search, could they find my website or not? So the drawback is that the Google is actually a big mystery. You are working as a SEO for a company, not for the Google. Okay. So when the Google decides they are going to change their algorithms, and what is algorithm? Please don't ask me. I need at least 2 days to define the Google algorithms. It's a big mystery. So what they do actually, they change the Google algorithms. They have the Google algorithms like Panda. Okay. So based on these algorithms, SEO was working and became very successful. What happened? The Google actually, they changed the algorithm because Google is an independent company. They can do anything they want. That was a belief that the job of the SEO is finished. There is no more jobs for the SEO because the Google actually changed the algorithm which will affect the SEO job profile. But what happened actually? The SEO evolved actually. The job of the SEO evolved. It took some time, but it evolved. So there was a fear. That was a big fear that maybe the SEO, which is the part of the digital marketing profession, that person could lose the job because the Google is actually changing the algorithms without any notice, without any warning. They just only announce few days, maybe few weeks earlier that, okay, we are going to change our algorithms and there's new things are coming. So that could be because, the technology is like we said, internet is the most unreliable source of information. Believe me, internet. Okay. And there are so many developments are taking place in digitalization. If you are working as a digital marketing profession, I would give you a very sincere advice to please to keep to your job always active. And I mean into this field, a successful person, you should educate yourself, you should train yourself after every 6 months or maybe 1 year. This is what this job demands. This job considers only the emerging and the new things that's happening. So what happened last year is old for the digital marketing profession. Unless you upgrade, unless you update yourself on this profession, then you are a successful person. So if you consider this as a challenge or a drawback, definitely it is. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We have no more questions from the audience, and it's getting late for you as well. I will just wind up with an thanking note. Ladies and gentlemen, let us thank the people who have made us happy, that they are so beautiful, who make our souls bloom. I take this golden opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to the Almighty for giving me this fruitful opportunity to organize the Makan 2020, a virtual dinner series. I would like to thank the management, Revered Principal, and the School of Management fraternity for their direction, cooperation, and continuous support in all aspects. Next, I find it a great honor to thank all our esteemed speakers who shared their insights, knowledge, and expertise on various topics. I hope participants across the globe would have acquired great knowledge on digital marketing. It is my nice time duty to thank our HOD, Dr. E. Nanashekaran, for his continuous support and my own students, Mr. Abdul Jabbar and Mr. Yasir Hussain, for final year MBA, who had supported throughout this series. Ladies and gentlemen, an event like this cannot happen overnight. The seeds are sowed and started watering a month ago. It requires planning and a bird's eye for details. I have been fortunate enough to be backed, motivated, and dedicated colleague Professor Y. Irshad Ahmed, organizing chair of this event, and my sincere appreciation for his continued support. Finally, on my behalf as a secretary of this event and on the behalf of CAHCET family, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of you who are digitally interconnected and have made this event a grand success. Ladies and gentlemen, here is an announcement. E-certificates of this event will be sent to your prescribed email address on 15th of August. 2020. Thank you all once again for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.